Good morning. I would like to welcome everyone to the Education Professions Committee meeting. We welcome those of you in attendance. Thank you for your interest in the work of the State Board of Education. Do we have any visitors or news media to recognize? Committee members, you have before you the minutes from our May 9th committee meeting. Is there any objection to approving the minutes as presented? Hearing none, the minutes are approved by unanimous consent. Next, I ask for approval of the agenda for today's committee meeting. Is there any objection to approving the agenda as presented? Hearing none, the agenda is approved by unanimous consent. We do not have anyone signed up for public comment today. Now moving on to committee items. For approval today, we have 6 items. Item 1 is a state accreditation decision, spring 2023. We have Jacqueline Walsh with us today from the Office of Educator Services to present.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So EPO 1, State Board of Education Regulation 4390, Program Approval Standards for South Carolina Teacher Education Institutions, establishes that all teacher education programs meet the standards of the National Accreditation Association with which South Carolina has a partnership. In this case, the Council for the Accreditation of Educator Preparation, or CAPE. For State Board of Education approval, public institutions must seek and receive national accreditation. Private institutions may seek national accreditation or meet the national standards through a state review process. Statutory authority to determine the accreditation decisions and impose sanctions against teacher education programs is, of course, granted to the State Board. The state review process is modeled after the CAPE process, and the Professional Review Committee, or the PRC, serves as the state's accreditation council. In this capacity, the PRC reviews the findings of the report of the site review team, considers information from the review team and the provider, and renders a recommendation regarding the accreditation decision for the provider. In spring of 2021, the PRC, acting as the Accreditation Council, granted Converse University accreditation with stipulations for both initial and advanced level programs. The State Board approved the accreditation decision at its June 2021 meeting. Accreditation with stipulation is granted when the council determines that an educator preparation provider, or an EPP, receives one or more stipulations or written statements of deficiencies, but all CAPE standards are otherwise met. To achieve full accreditation, Converse University was required to address these deficiencies as a part of a more focused review. This review was conducted by trained evaluators in the fall of 2022. Then, on April 14th, 2023, the Professional Review Committee, acting as the Accreditation Council, recommended accreditation for both initial and advanced level programs at Converse University through the spring of 2028. Accreditation is granted when Accreditation Council determines that an EPP meets all CAPE standards, even if there are still areas for improvement that are identified in the final decision. With State Board of Education approval, Converse University's accreditation decision of accreditation, the next site review for them would occur in fall of 2027. The South Carolina Department of Education recommends that the State Board affirm the PRC accreditation decision for Converse University.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Is there a motion to approve?
Madam Chair, I move that we approve program recommendation.
Thank you. Board Member Cordray made a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I second it.
Board Member Harrington seconded the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Item 2, National Accreditation Decisions, Anderson University, Southern Wesleyan University, and Francis Marion University. Mrs. Walsh will present this as well.
Thank you. So as you said, Anderson University, Southern Wesleyan University, and Francis Marion University all sought national accreditation at their site visit. As a little background, in June of 2021, the State Board of Education approved CAPE's decision of accreditation for all of Francis Marion's initial level programs. At that time, the State Board also affirmed the designation of accreditation with stipulations for the advanced level programs at Francis Marion. Francis Marion also participated in a focused review that took place in the fall of 2022, where CAPE granted FMU accreditation for their advanced level programs in May of 2022, of course. With State Board approval of the CAPE accreditation decision for Francis Marion, the next site review will take place for them in fall of 2027. Anderson University and Southern Wesleyan University were also awarded accreditation by CAPE. With State Board approval of the CAPE accreditation decisions of these providers, the next site review for them would take place in fall of 2029. The SCDE recommends that the State Board affirm the CAPE accreditation decisions for Anderson University, Southern Wesleyan University, and Francis Marion University.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Is there a motion to approve?
See if I get this language better. So I move that we affirm the accreditation decision for Anderson University, Southern Wesleyan University, and Francis Marion University.
Board Member Cordray made a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I second.
Board Member Harrington seconded the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. The third item for approval is approval of out-of-state clinical experience placement, Anderson University. Mrs. Walsh.
Thank you. So the Field and Clinical Experience Requirements Policy of the South Carolina Educator Preparation Guidelines requires that educator candidates complete an intensive, continuous clinical experience in a South Carolina public school, but allows a provider to request State Board of Education approval for an out-of-state placement due to extenuating circumstances. In making such a request, the provider must agree to supervise the candidates and fulfill all state requirements for the completion of the clinical experience, including the supervision of the candidate. Anderson University is seeking an out-of-state placement for Olivia Wachsmuth, a teacher candidate enrolled in a Bachelor of Science program leading to certification in the field of elementary education. Approval of this request will allow the candidate to complete the clinical experience in the school district of Wild Rose in Wild Rose, Wisconsin. Anderson University requested this placement on behalf of Ms. Wachsmuth so that she can be located close to family members who are recovering from health-related issues. So the South Carolina Department of Education recommends that the State Board approve the Anderson University request for an out-of-state student teaching placement for Ms. Wachsmuth for the fall of 2023 semester.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Is there a motion to approve?
I move that we approve the out-of-state clinical experience placement requested by Anderson University.
Board Member Cordray made a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Board Member Slaughter seconded the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 The motion carries. Item 4 is an approval of out-of-state clinical experience placement for Bob Jones University. Mrs. Walsh will also present item 4 for approval.
Sure, thank you. So Bob Jones University is seeking an out-of-state placement for Harmony Wallace Walters, a teacher candidate enrolled in the Bachelor of Science preparation program leading to certification in the field of special education, multi-categorical. Approval of this request will allow the candidate to complete the clinical experience in the school district of Bossier Parish in Benton, Louisiana. Bob Jones University requested this placement on behalf of Ms. Waters because her husband is actually stationed in Barksdale Air Force Base in Shreveport, Louisiana. The SCDE recommends that the State Board of Education approve the request of Bob Jones University for an out-of-state teaching placement for Harmony Wallace.
Thank you. That's certainly understandable. Are there any questions? Is there a motion to approve?
I move that we approve the out-of-state clinical experience placement requested by Bob Jones University.
Board Member Slaughter made a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Board Member Cordray seconded the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Mrs. Walsh, we thank you for these 4 presentations.
Very much.
Item 5 is a new educator preparation program approval recommendation, North Greenville University Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood Education, pre-kindergarten through grade 3. Dr. Ritter from the Office of Educator Services will present.
Good morning. North Greenville University has developed and submitted a program proposal in early childhood education for State Board of Education approval. As part of the approval process, the SCDE disseminated the proposal to an external team who evaluated the rigor and content of the program and ensured that all requirements were met. The external peer review team approved the program with conditions, and the SCDE returned the proposal to the institution for revision. Following the institution's revision of the proposal, the PRC completed a final evaluation to determine the final proposal adequately addressed all state requirements of teacher certification. The PRC considered the North Greenville University proposal in early childhood education on April 14th and voted to recommend the program for SBE approval. If the program proposal is approved by the SBE, the institution will be able to enroll candidates beginning with the fall 2023 academic semester and to recommend those completers for certification in the field of early childhood education, PK through grade 3.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Is there a motion to approve?
I move that we approve the new educator preparation program for North Greenville University Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood Education, PK through grade 3.
Board Member Cordray made a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I second.
Board Member Harrington seconded the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 The motion carries. And the final item for approval today is a new educator preparation program approval recommendation, North Greenville University Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education, grades 2 through 6. Dr. Ritter will also present this item.
North Greenville University also submitted a program proposal in elementary education. The same review process as before was used. If the program proposal is approved by the SBE, the institution will be able to enroll candidates beginning with the fall 2023 academic semester and to recommend successful program completers for certification in the field of elementary education, grades 2 through 6.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Dr. Ritter? Is there a motion to approve?
Madam Secretary, I move that we approve the new education preparation program for North Greenville University as requested.
Board Member Harrington made a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Board Member Slaughter seconded the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you for these two presentations, Dr. Ritter. We have one item to be presented for information only. Whitney Jett from the Office of Educator Services will present the Professional Review Committee, PRC, Educator Preparation Provider and Program Updates.
That is a mouthful. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to present this item to the board. In an effort to ensure program effectiveness and continuous improvement, the following updates are shared with the board as notification. Bob Jones University notified the South Carolina Department of Education that they are changing 2 courses within the Bachelor of Music Education program, choral and instrumental. This change will align with accreditation standards. Furman University notified the SCDE that it will expand the pre-admission course options for prospective candidates and update senior year program courses within the Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education program. And lastly, the Alternative Pathways to Educator Certification, as we know it as APEC, notify the SCDE that they will reduce 1 course from 6 credit hours to 3 credit hours and will revise the GPA admission requirement. Next, we would like to share with the board that the Office of Educator Services developed the South Carolina Approved Educator Preparation Program Inventory to assist candidates, institutions of higher education, faculty, and other stakeholders in identifying approved preparation programs offered in the state. As part of the inventory development process, OES distributed drafts to providers for comment. After receiving provider feedback, the following providers rectified their program listing with the Office of Educator Services to terminate the following programs: Erskine College, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, effective June 4th, 2019. Coastal Carolina University, MAT and Music Education Program for its choral and instrumental, effective December 31st, 2021. And the EDS and Educational Leadership Program for Superintendent, and it had an effective date of May 15th, 2022. Due to low enrollment, the following providers also submitted termination notices: USC Upstate Bachelor of Science in French Education Program, Charleston Southern University and Francis Marion University, Bachelor of Science in Middle Level Education Program. These programs from Charleston Southern, Francis Marion, and USC Upstate has an effective date of May 2024. This concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Thank you for this information-only presentation.
Thank you.
We will now ask for the committee members to approve adding EP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to the consent agenda. Is there a motion to place these 6 action items on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Board Member Cordray made a motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there a second? Board Member Slaughter made a motion to approve the consent agenda, or seconded the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Is there any other business to come before the committee today? Hearing none, we will adjourn. Thank you very much.